one shot is definitely more than enough. All right, holidays are coming up. I'm gonna make some coquito today, but with a little bit of a twist. I was asking some people on Instagram just for some fall ideas, and someone, Andres, mentioned trying out pumpkin coquito. I'm gonna try it. It sounds pretty good. If you hate pumpkin, then that sucks. I'm still gonna make it anyway. Quick breakdown of what you're gonna need. You're gonna want some coconut milk. I made it. I already have a video that explains how to go into it, but pretty much you get a brown coconut, you crack it, you get a nice cut, and then you can scoop out the insides. I actually have, my mom got me this little tool. It works pretty nicely. I think it's just called a coconut tool, but it's faster than just using a spoon or a butter knife like I normally do. Of course, you're gonna want some pumpkin puree. If you already have it spiced, perfect. If not, I'm gonna show you that. We're gonna spice it up. Vanilla, a little cinnamon, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, allspice. And this is actually the first time I'm trying out some vanilla bean. I got it at Costco a while ago and I was like, I need to figure out what to do with it. So hope this goes well. And then of course, it wouldn't be coquito without some Puerto Rican rum. 151, I actually had this left over from making it last year, so I'm just gonna use it again. But I would recommend just going with some nice coconut rum because sometimes stuff could be a little bit harsh. I've got a little bit of water boiling. I'm gonna actually put all my spices in here just to release a lot of the flavors and the scent and, you know, have a nice little essence to go with instead of just mixing that directly into the drink so we don't get pieces in there. And this is also going to be a little, I guess if you always wonder what the exact measurements are, I never really cook with measurements unless you're baking. I feel like a lot of this, you add a little bit, you try it. You add a little bit, you try it. So you can kind of get a feel for how I do some of this. And that way you don't just ask me, oh, how many teaspoons? Because I really don't know. You just add it, taste it. While that's cooking up, I'm gonna prepare the vanilla. Good. So I think I'm gonna use half of one, maybe a whole. Again, just gotta try it. Paring knife. Nice cut. Probably can't really see that too well. That's good, I'm gonna use the whole thing. So all you have to do is make an incision to slice it down, and then from there you can just slide out all the beans. After you peel this out, you can actually save the pod and you can use it to add aroma to anything, whether you just want to make your house smell nice or mix it in with your almond milk, anything like that. Have a nice little vanilla flavored beverage. I'm gonna just let it cool for a little bit before I mix it in with everything else. And traditionally, a lot of times you don't always need to add spices. A lot of times it's just some canned coconut cream, some sweetened condensed milk. Sometimes people put egg, but I just think we could do better than that, you know? It doesn't have to be all super processed canned stuff that's really sweet and puts in a diabetic shock. You can't really see it, I don't want to spill, but here, we'll do this. So I just got like a little cinnamon soup, spice soup. So in order to keep it sweet without sugar, I'm gonna use a few dates. These have the pits, so I just gotta take that out. And if you don't already use dates, they're pretty good because they don't add their own flavor to anything whenever you're cooking with them. So I find sometimes just like a handful of dates in any dessert or pastry you're doing, it's a good way to get some sweetness in there and some fiber. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna put them in the hot liquid so they can soften up a bit, maybe absorb a little flavor, but we're gonna blend it all together anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Blender. Vitamix is the best. That's it. There's nothing. That's it. I'm gonna put in the coconut milk. add in these spiced spices. And now, I've never done this before, so I'm gonna add a little bit of pumpkin at a time and then go based off that. So right now, here's 1 spoon. I'm gonna go for like 4 spoons. I don't know if they're teaspoons or tablespoons. All right, let's see what else do we need in here. I think a little bit more cinnamon. I can definitely taste the vanilla. So if you are gonna replicate this, I would maybe do half the vanilla. I'm gonna put a little bit more pumpkin. Actually, no more pumpkin. But definitely some cinnamon. I have some ground cinnamon. I'm just gonna throw that in. And a little bit more nutmeg. This is ground up already too. I'm gonna add the rum to it, so I'm gonna make it a little bit sweeter than I normally prefer my drinks to be, just to help balance it out. So that's completely up to you. At this point, it's pretty much done. You can let it chill. Some people like to actually heat it on the stove, let it thicken up a bit and give it some more time for the flavors to come out. Completely up to you. I'm gonna bring a smaller bottle to my mom's house tomorrow. That way my mom and sister can have some after dinner. And I'll probably just fill the rest up. I didn't make too much because I don't really drink that much right now. Normally you drink Coquito in shot glasses, so you don't really need a lot unless of course you're trying to entertain the whole family. I'm gonna add 1 shot. 151's a little strong. So I'm just gonna put in 1 right now, see how it tastes. Cause I still want it to taste good. Some people, they just are trying to, have a good time. This is gonna spill. There we go. Oh, so good. So you can see the pour. And just test it out so I know if that was the right amount. Give it a little shake. Rinse this off. Ooh, that's strong. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, 1 shot is definitely more than enough. This is so good just by itself. Normally I don't even want it with rum. Whenever I'm with family, I'm just like, let me just get the virgin version because I just like the taste. I love coconut. And the pumpkin helps to add a little bit of thickness to it. So if you really want your Coquito to be thick, you can add a little more pumpkin, or instead of doing the essence like I did with the water, you can just blend everything together, but then you might still have some pieces. Salud. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and help me get to 100 followers.